Hussein Obama is not human. What Obama is another question. Now check out this face behind Obama. A face from another dimension. A face from beyond the grave. A face from the underworld. We're going to show you numerous examples of these faces emerging into our reality. The question is, where are these faces from? Many people have seen this for themselves. Faces in the trees, demonic faces in the trees, faces in the bushes, faces in the clouds, faces in the smoke. Not just kind of like a face, but you can see the emotion there. And it looks demonic. It looks evil and sinister. And they're watching us. The question is, what are they? Where are they from? And what are they doing here? Many people have heard of the idea of demons and think of it as little devils running around, or perhaps like a ghost that takes somebody over, a disembodied person. But obviously these don't all look like people. They look like something else. They look alien, in fact. Obviously the video guy's on vacation. Oh, and there's another one there too. That's nice. So the question here is, where are they from? Could it be the Orion constellation? Could it be the Andromeda galaxy? I mean, it looks like they live. But these faces are everywhere. They've been recorded. People see them. It's like the man on the moon. Everybody knows they're out there. They just don't want to talk about it. Now, you might be a skeptic when we say the man on the moon. But that's just a shining example of this phenomenon. It's like these faces are embedded in the very fabric of space and time in our reality. So the question is, what's going on? Countless examples. This is that was a demon that appeared just before a bombing. We'll come back to that. Here's another face that has been seen by billions of people. Some kind of demon emerging from the smoke on 9/11. There's too many for this to be a coincidence. And it's not just kind of, sort of. It's two eyes, a nose, a mouth, a sinister emotion looking at you. And the story repeats over and over again. And we see this in our communities. Perhaps you're not paying attention, but you should be. Pay attention to the trees. Pay attention to the rocks and the marble that's out there. Pay attention to your environment. You're going to be seeing more and more of these things because it's like we've entered some type of post-apocalyptic phase. We can see beyond the veil if we pay attention. Now, there are many theories when it comes to demons out there. Just about every culture and history has been talking about it. The Bible makes it very clear that these things are bad news, to say the least. But there really isn't an origin for these things. We assume it's something like hell, but we've been cataloging these phenomenon for a couple of years now, and some of it seems like it might just be coming from another dimension, another universe. We can't explain all of the things that we've encountered, but some of them are like black energy, dark energy. Some of them are like shadow people. In fact, there's such a variety. It's like a buffet. The diversity is too numerous to count. But it seems like they're invading. It seems like this is what we're really fighting against to a certain extent. Some of these things are taking human form, and there's no telling what other life forms are out there. But chances are they're here, just looking like humans, body snatching people, assimilating people, and perhaps much worse. The question you might be asking yourself is, what can we do about this? What can be done? Awareness is the very first step. But there's also evidence to suggest that human activity spawns some of these things. Perhaps not all of these things, but human activity is suspected to be linked to some of these entities through sin, a combination of sin. Seems like some people out there outgassing negative energy that can basically take on a life of its own, spawning demon-like entities. And while we're not suggesting that this is the only source or that all demons are like this, human activity is definitely feeding what's going on. The best thing that we can do right now, for starters, is to avoid sin. To know what that is, you really have to go back to the Bible. But we should be propagating light in these dark times the best we can, through evangelism, through the pursuit of justice and happiness, and by practicing our faith. What else can be said about the current situation? If you feel like you have an encounter with negative emotions or negative ideas, this can include doubt, anger, anxiety, things of that nature, chances are some kind of dark force is nearby. Sometimes you can see them in your peripheral vision. Sometimes you can see them right in front of you. But if you start feeling doubt, feeling anger, frustration, negative emotions, you might think it's the people next door. You might think it's what just happened to you. But chances are there's some kind of demonic force near you. And it can be nebulous in nature, or even orb-like. And so you should be looking for that. You should be looking to drive away that negative force. And it happens just about all the time to people. It's like a demonic attack. And usually these things will end up traveling like gangs, waiting to enter you, waiting for your weakest moment, waiting for the right opportunity to get the foot in the door. And then other things come in. If you're a city without walls right now, due to your lack of faith, you better armor up, as they say. Because these things are trying to bait you. They want to lower your vibration to such a level where they can come in. And so it's important that people repent, ask for deliverance, and continue to try and save other people out there the best they can. It's not easy to evangelize. It's not easy to get people to repent. It's not easy to get people saved out there. But if they really knew what they were up against, if they really knew what was out there, they'd be running for their Bible. They'd bring it along with them everywhere. They'd listen to the Bible all day long. But for many, it's too late. They've already been body snatched. You can see the fire in their eyes. You can tell that there's something wrong with some of these people out there. Don't ask us what the video guy is doing. Yes, it does look like Ghostbusters out there, just like this. Except it's dark energy. It's like black orbs coming at you. And this infestation happened some time ago. Some people have caught on. Others are just waking up. But there's something very demonic and sinister that's infected millions of people out there. And all you can do is save yourself. And for the most part, that means spiritually. But be on the lookout for negative emotions or emotions of doubt or an intrusion in your thought life. Chances are that some kind of invisible consciousness trying to sabotage your entire life. It's an endless struggle. We can think of it as temptation, but at the end of the day, we're surrounded by demons just waiting to come in. They're everywhere. It's like mosquitoes or something. Pay attention to your surroundings. The eyes in the clouds. The faces in the trees. It's out there. And it's just the beginning of your discovery. Until the next time, if you're listening to this, you are the resistance.